Good afternoon, and thanks for joining me today on Good Ship Happens. And yes, a lot of really exciting things going on, of course, too. And also, a week from tomorrow, we have a very, very special anniversary. Yes, the United States of America is going to be celebrating its 250th anniversary. How wonderful. What a great way to really kind of celebrate different things. And cruise lines are doing that too on board their ships. Sorry, I get so excited, but I'll share more about that later too. It's really fun what they're doing. Great things too. And I'll, of course, remember that Good Ship Happens. Love sharing things about the cruise industry. Good things they're doing too. And new ships coming out, of course, too. But also, what's really fun too is all these great celebrations going to be doing on board the ships. So keep in mind, even next year, if you can't do one this year, it's kind of close. But keep it in mind for next year, because once again, if you go on a cruise ship when there's special events, special time frames going on, I was actually on a cruise ship right before Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving dinner on board the ship was really, really fun too, because then it didn't have to cook. Okay, kind of funny, but it's great to be on board a cruise ship. So they do wonderful things, but just one of the things they're doing, because I just got some information too from different cruise lines, of course. Well, I'll share real quickly. It's actually with MSC Cruises, okay? And with July 4th, of course, coming up, of course, MSC Cruises is going to be offering special onboard ways to celebrate the holiday too. They mention that guests sailing on from their U.S. home ports on July 4th with the red, white, and blue parties. Yes, red, white, blue parties. How fun. Also, they're going to do a commemorative flag giveaways and photo ops branded with the 4th of July frames too. Also, they've got top dedicated movies. They've got Top Gun. They've got Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan, activities, also 5 different unique ways as far as special beverages too, which is great too, including a mocktail. Yes. They're going to have a American Colada, Stars and Spritz. Love that one, Stars and Spritz. Also, they've got Star Garita, Uncle Sam's Sangria, and they also have a Freedom Fizz, which is actually non-alcoholic too. Also, the main dining board will include entrees, including like Southern style fried chicken, slow roasted prime rib, also a celebratory dessert with a commemorative header marking America's 250th. Also, I've got a commemorative cake display in a central location on board. Also, they have an all-American buffet experience, which features dishes including hot honey fried chicken, beer, brats, okay, brats, not brats, okay. Also, we've got pulled pork, Chicago hot dogs, Mississippi mud pie, New York cheesecake bites, also Kentucky bourbon bites. So once again, too, is if people that are traveling are looking for a quick 4th of July getaway, I know that MC Cruises is doing some special things right now. They might be sold out, but just keep in mind too, because it's really great. Just got this, actually an email came in yesterday too. So once again, that's one great way that cruise lines are celebrating 4th of July. Then we got two is actually with Crown Cruise Line. They're doing some wonderful things too. Also with Crown Cruise Line, they've got, let me show, really kind of fun too. They've got, let's see here. Oh, here we go. This is good too. What they're doing is they've been actually redoing their hulls of their ships, which is really, really exciting and beautiful. Okay. And what they're doing is to celebrate America's 250th anniversary from sea to shining sea. And what they've done is they're referring to themselves as America Cruise Line. They are America's cruise line because they've been around for over 50 some years. And it's really great too, because they just unveiled their patriotic programming for America's 250th anniversary, including ship meetups with fireworks on both coasts, community home port celebrations, also a fleet-wide onboard activities too, also as an official American 250th partner and sailing from more Americans than any other cruise line. Kind of going to be celebrating with a really, really great American spirit, fun, and freedom. across his fleet too. Also, what they did was they're rolling out their new crest, okay, featuring the iconic saying from sea to shining sea on the bows of their U.S. ships, starting with the Carnival Magic and also the Carnival Legend too. And Christine W., the president of Carnival Cruise Line, great person. I love her. She's a great person. She mentioned, as America's cruise line, we are really bringing fun from coast to coast to everybody, so everyone can celebrate too. There's no better way to honor this milestone than bringing people together to really salute our nation and create unforgettable moments at sea and ashore too. And of course, their Sea to Shining Sea onboard activities include onboard things. Embarkation on select ships will include 40-foot patriotic inflatables on deck, which is great. That's kind of fun. Inflatables on deck to celebrate America's 250th anniversary too. Also, they're going to have a 250th birthday banners and decorations. Also, USA Yay parties with balloon drops and patriotic appearances from Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat. Also, red, white, and blue deck parties, of course. See, I wear blue. Come on. Also, they're going to have festive food and drinks, including specialty cocktails, strawberry shortcake, limited edition of America 250th souvenir Coke cans. Also, America's cruising beer too. And they're doing some fun ship meetups too. Ships can meet up too. They don't hit each other. But anyway, they're doing on July 4th, 7 ships sailing from the East Coast are going to meet up near Carnival's exclusive destination in the Grand Bahamas, Celebration Key, for a special fireworks show too. And these ships will also meet up for a front row seat to the West Coast's largest fireworks show too. Port of San Diego's Big Bay Boom. Love it. Big Bay Boom. Come on. Voyage Carnival will be the official cruise line sponsor too. Also, as far as military, one military family on each sailing that week of July 4th will also receive an American flag that was flown across the from the U.S. Capitol. Also, veterans and active military duty will be able to be in those sailings. Will receive also a special edition of that military pin too. Also, community festivities too. They've got home port celebrations too, and the trip really extends into several Carnival's home port communities too. Which is really great too. They've got celebrations will be held in Baltimore aboard the Carnival Pride on June 28th. Also, Long Beach aboard the Carnival Radiance on June 30th. Jacksonville aboard the Carnival Elation on July 2nd, and Tampa aboard the Carnival Paradise on July 2nd too. As mentioned, they'll be doing community celebrations too, which is great. And these include supporting celebrations in Norfolk, Virginia. Port Carnival is a sponsor of the Virginia Sail 250 fireworks show on June 20th. Also, they've got San Diego, California is the official sponsor of the Port of San Diego Bay Boom on July 4th. Also, Miami-Dade, Florida will be a sponsor of the Miami-Dade 250th Independence Day celebration on July 4th too. And you can find more information, of course, on Carnival Cruise Line, which is great too. But how fun, do special things. I love what they're doing as far as changing their bow. Just for the ship. They're just redoing it on their ships now, but Tour Done Already, it's going to be called From Sea to Shining Sea. So that's really great too, From Sea to Shining Sea. So great way to really celebrate our 250th anniversary birthday, right? How fun too. So another good thing too is as far as new ships, one just got christened on June 22nd. Okay, this is American Cruise Lines. They're really great company, family-owned, amazing people. Actually also own the separate company that builds their ships. They build small ships, but American Cruise Line's been around for a long time. Great people. And they just christened their new ship on June 22nd. The ship's name is called the American Maverick. Yes. And the godmother was actually Susan Renner. And as mentioned with the American cruise lines, they have smaller ships. They usually sail in the rivers, whatever, but it's really great too because the brand new American Maverick, love the name, love that, I love it. It's just what a 30 guests. It's a small ship that features 4 decks, all private balcony staterooms, including singles and suites. Also, they've got numerous spacious lounges, of course, including a top deck lounge with a walking track. They've got a chart room, a main restaurant, of course, and a casual cafe, as well as a fitness center. Also, just really great onboard amenities, too. And the American Maverick actually takes on the mantle of their new ship actually built in the USA. It was also the latest in their long line of new small ships being introduced by American Cruise Lines. Okay. And the company's 100% U.S. flagged fleet is totally dedicated to the development of the domestic cruise market, which will honor the true spirit of America's ingenuity and also innovation too. And 4th of July, as the country really celebrates its 250th anniversary, American will also feature domestic itineraries and more small ships evolving along the U.S. waterways too, which is great too. And as mentioned, American Cruise Lines is really the largest river cruise line in the USA with 28 small ships that sail along the Mississippi River, the Columbia and Snake Rivers, and the Great Lakes, which is great too. Also, they also have, they also do their Alaskan Inside Passage to Florida Keys with different things too. And they just christened their new ship, the American Maverick, on June 22nd. That's great too. And they did that, she's christened in, Newport, Rhode Island. And their ship's an around 9-day New England Islands cruise, sailing round trip from Providence to Rhode Island. The celebration took place on board with guests and crew and community and partners, also many employees from the line's headquarters, which is in Connecticut too. And the American Maverick is actually the newest small ship in the country. And it's the latest in the company's growing fleet of ships exclusively designed to cruise the USA, okay, which is great too. So the American Maverick, their christening activities took place in a glorious sunny day, which is great too. And the Newport Harbor. Also, many people close to the company, including more than 50 employees, were there too, including, of course, American Cruise Line's present CEO, Charles B. Robinson, was great too. And the American Maverick's godmother, Susan Renner, America's board chair and treasurer, was actually the godmother. Okay, she christened the ship too. And so all the christening activities took place on the American Maverick deck, the official blessing too, which is great too. So really great too. So once again, keep in mind too, because they're a great cruise line too. Something else kind of fun too is we've got some interesting news, of course, about with a new ship coming out with AMA Waterways. Yes. Okay. This is really, really kind of fun too, because what they're doing was AMA Waterways has been around for 24 years. And the story is fantastic. Amazing company. Okay. And Rudy Schreiner, who is the co-owner, he mentioned some things, which is really kind of funny. Share more about his story too, which is great too. So with AMA Waterways, they revealed their first look at Europe's largest river cruise ship. The ship is going to be called the AMA Rudy. Yes, AMA Rudy, R-U-G-I, and that is Rudy. That's his first name. He is the co-founder and AMA Waterways, Rudy Schreiner, great person. So with the AMA Rudy, it's named after co-founder Rudy Schreiner. And it's just going to accommodate 196 guests across 98 staterooms and suites. It's going to feature multiple dining venues, expensive wellness amenities too. And Rudy mentioned AMA Magda, which is a previous ship, really changed what travelers believed was possible as far as river cruise. And we knew there was the right time to really visit that concept too, with river cruising, really continue to go, and that time is now too. more trails are really transitioning from ocean cruising to rivers too. And many are looking for a really sense of space and choice too. And with Ama Magna, he mentioned it was one of the most rewarding projects of his career. So having this new ship carry my name, which is great, really makes it even more meaningful too. And it's part of the legacy that we have built together over more than 2 decades of river cruising too. And as far as the Amarudi's offerings too, it's really great too, because the story is just fascinating, okay? I did include them in a chapter for my second book, okay? As far as the Amarudi, that's the new ship coming out next year, I believe. Yep. It's going to be having, of course, Dinah's going to be at the heart of the Amarudi experience too. Multiple venues, of course, ranging from the Journeys restaurant and the Chef's Table, special restaurant, of course, to alfresco dining experiences too, and the intimate Rudy's Wine Bar, okay? Gathering place inspired by Shriner's passion for wine and European culture too. And then complementing these venues is On Waterway's enhanced dining experience, including complimentary beer, soft drinks, curated selection of more than 30 wines available during lunch and dinner, as well as Italian lunch menus served at the Chef's Table. It got a built-in deck club barbecue on surf deck will further really expand the dining options too. As far as wellness and recreation, guests will have access to expansive wellness areas, including a massage treatment room, hair and nail salon services too, a state-of-the-art fitness center, also dedicated spaces for relaxation, and it's guided by Almawate's dedicated wellness hosts. So guests can really enjoy a variety of different fitness classes, wellness programming on board also shore too. And the sun deck's going to also feature a full-size pickleball court, featuring more opportunities to really stay active while enjoying the beautiful scenery on the Danube River. As the entertainment, the Amarudi is going to introduce a truly new entertainment concept created exclusively for the ship too. It's designed as a vibrant social hub. The venue will actually feature a cinema, karaoke, billiards, and a jukebox. Also, soundproofing. So it will ensure guest comfort throughout the rest of the vessel too. It's great too. So, and also as far as new Ama Waterway vessels, sustainability is really part of the important part what they do too, as far as the Amarudi's design and operation too. The ship's going to feature an active stage V engines, solar panels, also shore power connectivity, the Gashi shore power, also spud poles and lightweight construction materials designed for improving efficiency and also reducing the environmental impact while navigating Europe's waterways too. And Catherine Policy, CEO on Waterways, mentioned the Amarudi really reflects our confidence in the future of river cruising and our continued commitment to innovation too. From the moment the Ama Magna actually launched, Travelers and Trail Advisor really asked the other building on a ship like her, and with the Amarudi, we're taking that concept even further. There is tremendous opportunity to really continue pushing the boundaries of what a river cruise experience can really be, while also preserving the exceptional service and intimate experience. And the Amarudi is going to be actually debuting on the Danube River in spring of 2027, which is great. Also, she's offering the popular Danube itineraries too, and they'll be sharing more about that too in the next couple of months too. And something else I want to share too is Rudy Schreiner, the co-founder and chairman and co-owner of Waterways, mentioned some things too. He shared this. This is really, really fun. I knew about this, but it's a great story. Okay. He just decided to share some stories. I knew about them, don't be, because I've written about it before. But anyway, what happened was he grew up in Austria, came to the US, and then he went down to South America. But South America in 1975, he says, I built my first boat in the upper Amazon region of Peru. It was a raft, really made from balsa trees, palm leaves, and whatever we could find. I spent a total of 7 months on the Lusaga River, learning that you can see a country in no other way that will ever show you too. And now 30 years later, that I continued on with building the Ama Gagio, our very first ship on Motorway Cruises. And he designed her also. Kristen Kartz filled her in. Okay, she filled up ships too. And also, Jimmy Murphy was one of their partners too. He supported this with his Wisdom Connections too. And it's kind of fun because he said, remember thinking she was the first most beautiful thing we ever could build now. And now, next year, in 2027, they're launching the Amarudi. And to see your own name on the hull is an honor. And the stem is a proud milestone too. It's a lifetime of building. Incredible to see how far we've come since that very, very first raft, okay? But it's really fun because he shared some pictures too. But I knew he built a raft, which is really fun too. This is actually a picture I'll share with you. Sharing the pictures is really kind of fun too. This is actually him on the raft that he built with some friends, I guess. But look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? Yes, they survived. They built a raft. This is beautiful things they've done too. And also what they're doing now too. But how fun to be the co-founder and co-owner of On My Ways, and first got into the industry by filling his first raft. How fun too. So as far as the Amarudi as mentioned, it's going to be the second double width river cruise ship scheduled to debut, as mentioned, on the Danube River in spring of 2027, and alongside with her sister ship, the Ama Magna, the Amarudi will be the largest river cruise ship in Europe too. But it's also small to go through rivers too. It's great too. As mentioned, the Amarudi is named after the co-founder Rudy Schreiner. As mentioned, it's going to account just 196 guests. How great is that? Also, 98 staterooms and suites, and it really is great too because once again, to have a new ship coming out next year and being named after Rudy Schreiner, the co-founder, is really, really fantastic too. So just great things that are going on as far as the cruise industry. I love it. It's just so much fun. They're doing this great stuff too. Something else too is, London ship's coming up too. This is really kind of fun too with Emerald Cruises. I mean, not Emerald Cruises, I'm sorry. Emerald Cruises is actually, they just launched a ship too, but a couple weeks ago they launched a new ship too. But also another cruise line coming out with a new ship too is Explorer Journeys, okay? And what they're doing is their Explorer 3 is going to actually be coming out in August this year with the Explorer 3, okay? What they did was they announced who the godmother is going to be. And a World Ocean Day, which just took place, of course, earlier this month. Explorer Journeys named a marine educator, dive trainer, and National Geographic educator, Christina, I think last name is pronounced Ozares, as godmother of the Explorer 3. It's going to be the first LNG powered ship in Explorer Journeys fleet. That's liquefied natural gas. And the godmother, of course, Christina is known for her work in the ocean education and conservation areas too. Since 2024, her organization is called Villamari, is partnered with MSC Foundation on seagrass restoration, also educational programs on ocean literacy too. And the President Explorer Journeys mentioned naming Christina Ozares as godmother on World Ocean Day is incredibly meaningful for us too. Her dedication to ocean education and preservation reflects values that really are deeply incorporated into our brand. Also, the ocean state of mind philosophy that really guides us too. And Christina's inspiring work and lifelong connection to the ocean makes her a natural choice for this role too. And the naming ceremony is going to take place in Barcelona on August 1st, okay? And then the ship's maiden voyage is going to be sailing out on August 3rd from Barcelona to Lisbon. And as mentioned, like I said, her inaugural season is going to be, she's going to be looking ahead to her inaugural Alaska season in summer 2027, sailing from May to September next year. And the ship's going to be offering some great rate voyages throughout the region. also, which is going to be really exploring and also showcasing Alaska's glaciers, wildlife, and coastal communities too. And so working on this exciting new chapter of Destination Portfolio, the Alaska Seas and Journeys collection is really great because that's going to start next year. And also excursions will include helicopter flights over Juneau Icefield with a landing in the Mendenhall Glacier, catamaran tours at Hubbard Glacier, and boat excursions at LeConte Glacier Bay or Shakes Glacier in Wrangell. But how fun. Also, wildlife experiences will include viewings in Ketchikan. They're gorgeous, amazing. Whale watching at Prince Rupert, also guided hikes in Juneau, and then combine the wildlife viewing with visits to Mendenhall Glacier. I've seen it; it's gorgeous, and the Nugget Falls too. Also, additional excursions explore Alaska's waterways and coastal landscapes, including boat tours alongside the I think it's pronounced Sakine River in Wrangell. Also, cruises through the fjords and the glacier-filled waters at Seward. And also they have cultural experiences too, which include visits to the I think it's pronounced, I can't remember, it's pronounced Kitsumamaquilan, I'm not sure if I pronounced right, in Prince Rupert. Also, for the White Pass and Yukon Route Railroad in Skagway. It's beautiful. And the Explorer 3 is going to feature 461 ocean view suites, penthouses, also residences too. Okay, who would like to reside on a cruise ship, right? This is gorgeous too. It includes dining venues, 12 bars and lounges, heated pools, indoor whirlpools, and the Ocean Wellness Spa, of course. And also new venues will include the Shore Club on 11, also Chef's Table and the Cellar, which is great too. But how fun. That was Explorer Journeys. Launching their ship in August. Explorer 3 should be the first liquefied natural gas operated ship. Plus, they just selected their godmother. It's really great. She has ties to, of course, educator and marine educator to a great person too. So how fun too. Just really exciting too. Something else too is kind of fun too is also the cruise industry is really, really working very, very hard is when it comes to sustainability. Okay, there. I'm an advocate. And with Cruise Lines International Association, what they do is they set a deadline for their ships to be actually zero net free by 2050, but they're already moving very, very fast with that too. They're doing shore power. Okay, I know a good example is actually Port Miami. About a year and a half ago, they actually introduced shore power. So ships can actually shore power right there, which is great too. They're also going into different things too, as far as using liquefied natural gas to operate their ships, which is great. And as mentioned, they're doing some great things. I just wrote an article about this. It's called Cruise Industry Makes Sustainable Strides Too. Because in late 2021, the Cruise Lines International Association, called CLIA, announced its member cruise lines pledged to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. Yes, this included a wide range of different things. Environmental practices, of course, technologies, and also sustainable initiatives too, reducing emissions at sea and also when ships are docked too, and using liquefied natural gas, LNG. What they did was CLIA actually had done a great report last fall, and they provided details, which I shared, also highlighting environmental technology being used right now too. Using biofuels, also using low emission fuels, also the shore power too, which is great too. And of course, being able to use liquefied natural gas to operate their ships. A good example, of course, is Explorer 3 is going to be liquefied natural gas operated too. And also, as mentioned, they want to pursue net emissions and operational sustainability too. They've got a goal set in mind for 2050 before that too. Also, shipboard water protection. They have state-of-the-art systems on board too. Waste management is very, very important to cruise lines. They're really moving very, very forward on that too. And They're deploying different things too, as far as their onboard waste management technologies, recycling, and repurposing nearly all of the waste generated on board the ships too. They also have wastewater treatment. Okay, cruise ships are really utilizing advanced wastewater treatment systems too, which is great. Another one is with the MSC Foundation, which is part of the MSC Group. The MSC Group actually owns the MSC Foundation, and the parent company, they actually have had their container shipping company for over, I think, 50 some years, but they have their foundation. Also, they've got the Explorer Journeys, Electric Cruise Line, plus MSC Cruises. What they do is the MSC Foundation is their nonprofit. It's part of their MSC Group too, which, as mentioned, owns MSC Cruises, Explorer Journeys too. Also, they actually promote maritime marine conservation, and one of their foundation's projects include their marine conservation center located at their private outlet of the Bahamas, Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve. I was here when they opened up last year. Okay, in 2021 they did a sand cutting at their out island, Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve. They did a sand cutting to build this marine conservation center. It's really great. Be there, and when they actually opened up last year in April on the Chrissy MSC World America, I was there when they actually opened up to the ribbon cutting, which is great too, and they opened it up too, which is really great too. And wonderful things they're doing too, because what they did was they created this beautiful lab, and it's beautiful because they're actually building coral reefs right there at the lab too. And they were working with a very, very famous marine biologist, Dr. Sylvie Earle. I met her on the MSC World America last year. And the official opening of their Marine Conservation Center took place on April 10th last year. And their new ship, the MSC World America, was docked there for a couple of days. And at that time, their Marine Conservation Center actually opened up with a special ribbon cutting ceremony too, which is great too. And as mentioned, they're equipped with a land-based coral nursery with multifunctional electrical hull and different things too. And what's great too is since opening their Marine Conservation Center, the MSC Foundation really established a great ground presence, advancing coral restoration, also delivering hands-on training for over 20 marine science students, also engaging with more than 17,000 visitors in ocean education, which is great too. So once again, too, it's really great they're doing too. And in February this year, the MSC Foundation and the Perry Institute for Marine Science decided to further their partnership through coral species change at Ocean Cay too. And this really improves boosting the nursery diversity and reef preservation too. It's really great too. So great things too. So once again, great things that we're doing too in the cruise industry to really focus on sustainability too. So that's great too. As far as other ships coming up too, real quick is we've got, of course, Princess Cruises. Okay, they mentioned they've got their next generation of ships coming up, which will be set for delivery on 2035, 2038, and 2039. They're going to be built on their Sphere class program, and it's a Voyager class of ships too. And let's see here. They're going to have a complete reimagined outer decks too, staterooms, pathside designs that cater to the brand's global travelers. And the Voyager class is going to really, as mentioned, delight both their loyal guests and attract next generation princess guests too. It's what their president said too. But it's really kind of fun that they're launching that too. And it's called the Voyager class of ships too. So a bit more about that too. So, yep. They just announced this actually in April of this year too, but it's going to be their Voyager class of ships too. And as mentioned, they're going to really, new ship's going to be the largest in capacity with Princess Cruises. They're being built right now at the Fincantieri shipyard. Not be coming up for a while. That's good too. And let's see here, anything else here too. It'd be kind of fun too. Yeah, but how fun. Building new ships too is great too. Okay, and then something else kind of fun too to mention too is, of course, if you think about taking a cruise and maybe you're kind of worried about, okay, is the ship too big, or maybe is it more family oriented, whatever. If you want to sail on a ship that's strictly adults only, remember you can do that with Virgin Voyages, okay? That's Richard Branson's cruise line, okay? And they have Virgin Voyages. And what's kind of fun too is we have to be 18 years older to actually sail on their ships too. So what's fun too is they call their guests sailors, okay? But the fun thing is, while I worked at Trailblazer a long time ago, I booked groups, of course, too, for clients. And one group I used to book their groups were a group of teachers. Okay, what happened was sometimes they had to go on spring break, and one year I put them on a cruise line, and of course, spring break, there are a lot of students on board the ships. So, I mean, they got through it, but, you know, being teachers, they kind of understood how kids would act too, kind of crazy, but also back then I wrote an article. It was published in Travel Agent Professional back in 1989. And the article I wrote that they published was called Students on Ships, Does It Always Have to Mean SOS? Yes, I wrote this article. Students on Ships, Does It Always Have to be SOS? Luckily, my clients got through it. They were teachers, so they knew how kids acted, but sometimes people got a little crazy. Once again, they got through it. So once again, if you're worried about that, maybe consider ships that are smaller, of course, and also consider maybe Virgin Voyages, because with Virgin Voyages, they call their guests sailors, okay? What's great, too, is I had a chance to see their Scott Lake when she first came to U.S. That was back in 2021 in the Fulham. She got delayed, of course, got through it. But anyway, got a chance to be aboard the ship that night. She had just docked and was at a cruise, Sea Trade Cruise Global Conference, went down to Port Miami. Aboard the ship at 6 o'clock, didn't get off like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was really great because what I did was with Virgin Voyages, they don't have main dining rooms, okay? And it's very specialty. There's no extra fees. And different restaurants available. You can pick and choose where you want to go for a restaurant for dinner. They assign us different places, really great too. Small little restaurants, very, very intimate. The energy was fantastic. Got a chance to see the show. The outdoor is just gorgeous too. Plus, one favorite spot was actually they have an ice cream parlor on board called Lick Me Till. Yes. And after the ship launched, really funny too, because Richard Branson was on the ship. He was serving ice cream from Lick Me Till. It was really great. The ice cream was just so amazing. They called their guests Voyagers. So remember that Virgin Voyages, they call their guests sailors, okay? But with Virgin Voyages, they're exclusively adult, only 18 years older, which is really great too. And it's just fun what they're doing too. So if you're interested really in maybe trying to sail an exclusive adult only award-winning voyages, keep in mind they're doing Alaska season right now too. First time doing Alaska too. It's really great too what they're doing. But it's like I said, it's called Virgin Voyages. And here's a great little brochure too. Love from Virgin Voyages is really great too. So once again, great things they're doing too. So how fun. I thought about this arc ran across it too, how students on ships, SOS, well, if you don't want to deal with that kind of stuff too, although cruise lines are really good about that too. They really are. But the point is too, is I came up years ago and worked around with agencies selling travel, had a group I booked spring break teachers. They adapted to it, which is okay, but now you have different choices too. You can choose more luxury cruise line ships too, also smaller ships. And what's great too is if you want to be with a group of sailors, like-minded sailors, adults only 18 years older, think about Virgin Voyages. They are phenomenal. I mean, it's so good to actually experience a ship. It's really great too. So yes, and then also another cruise line that actually is building its first new ship, the Crystal Grace, okay, Crystal Cruises, which is really great too. They're wonderful. But Crystal Cruise has been around for a long time and very, very little guess I had a chance to do a Crystal cruise ship myself, sailing back around 2016, I think maybe. It was really great because the people on board were just so loyal, really great too. They had just two ships. Crystal Serenity was one I was on. But also they got sold off to another company went up. But then what happened was they got bought out. So Crystal Cruises got bought out, okay, which is really great too. So they actually got bought out and they're sailing again too. Plus they're actually building their new ship, the Crystal Grace, and really great too. They do beautiful cruises. And once again, great people, great places to go to too. And I know that did the Crystal Serenity myself too. The guests on board were there. They were just very, very loyal. I've never seen so many loyal people in my entire life. It was really great to be on board Crystal Cruises. But it's so fun. They're going to be building a new ship too, Crystal Grace. Okay. But how fun. Just great to actually have different experiences too. And their ships were very, very smaller. But the thing of crew members were really, really great too. And also the Crystal Grace is the first new ship being done. I think she's coming out. I can't remember her year she's coming out. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find out when she's coming out. Crystal Grace is a new Crystal Cruise Line ship too. So let me see here. Okay, we've got let's see here. Let me check here. I think I'll find it in a minute or two. I think she's coming maybe about 2 years, I think. But the fun thing is, one thing I want to share too is, of course, we have a new ship coming out with Royal Caribbean and Legend of the Seas. Okay. And she is going to be coming out and being christened in July with Royal Caribbean. They just acquired the ship too. Of course, she's running the different preparations too. But that's Legend of Seas. And also on board, she's going to have another special officer, another chief dog officer on board too, which is really great too. Okay. And the chief dog officer, her name is Skipper. Yes. Golden Retriever. We shared videos of her before, but right now with Royal Caribbean, that's going to be their third chief dog officer. And they decided to have a chief dog officer on one of their ships 2 years ago. And her name is Rover. The last year, CDC had their chief dog officer, sailor. Now Skipper's coming on board and she's getting prepared to be sailing a ship sometime in July after she's christened, which is really too. Golden Retriever, really cute too. And right now, they have another ship coming out next year and they're looking for names of dogs' names that might be good fits. So if you think of a dog's name, it might be good to be a chief dog officer. Well, let me know. Okay. But I know that Royal Caribbean just posted some things because once again, they have another ship coming out, I think, next year, and they're looking for another name for a chief dog officer. So how fun, because once again, it was like dogs. Once again, the chief dog officer is not driving the ship with the paws, okay? She's there to create happiness and smiles for not only just the guests on board the ship, but also the crew members, okay? Because they miss their families. They work so hard on the ships too, but to have a chief dog officer on the ship doing really great too. And of course, she's especially taken care of too, but how fun. They just posted a big thing too. They're looking for a name for another chief dog officer, okay? But how fun. So if you come up with a name, let me know. I just was doing some searching myself too. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to come up with some ideas and maybe run them by some people I know Royal Caribbean too. Couldn't hurt, How fun, chief dog officer. And the chief dog officer is a golden retriever, not driving the ship, but there for happiness too.
Yep, you got a lot of stuff going on, lots of fun things happening in the cruise industry and all along those lines. So I know you were talking about a number of these things, and they're always the great things that are happening. And it's a good way to cool off because I know a lot of people are dealing with this heat wave, whether it's in France or whether it's in Europe or a number of other places. But
Yeah.
they've got the swimming pools on the cruises, and they've also got, of course, you're on the ocean water, so a lot of times there might be a cool breeze blowing anyway. So it might be a great way to break the summer heat and everything, because I know in my part of the world, and probably even in your part of the world, it's definitely been hot. But even in places like France and Spain, it's been ridiculously hot and everything like that. So,
England, Great Britain. I've got a friend there, my friend Jason. We communicate via Teams. We met at Seatrade back in 2016. Great friend. Over there, it's been very, very hot. Plus, over there, they have no air conditioning.
right.
at their houses. It's crazy. I mean, how they get through it, I don't know, but it's really kind of sad. But we get so spoiled. But the point is, it's been, as he says, it's been a little bloody hot here.
It's been bloody hot.
Bloody
It's been
hot.
bloody
here.
hot.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that they were even having some people that were jumping into swimming pools and doing other things to cool down any way that they could, because there's been a number of people that have been trying to find ways to cool down and get a little bit of a break from the heat, because the heat has been just crazily hot. I know we've been talking about that even here on the network, how crazily hot
Right.
it has been and everything like that. So it's been amazing, and hopefully folks are finding ways to cool
Right.
down and enjoy the break in the heat, because definitely, I know I was talking to a friend of mine, he was taking, I think, both of his kids, because he got 2 kids, and I think he was taking them to go on a swimming trip because they needed a
Yeah.
break and everything like that.
Right.
So some people are trying to find any break that they can, and all along those lines, because it is definitely getting a little bit too hot and scorching and everything in that
Yeah.
realm. I got
Yeah.
one of the dogs, so I'm gonna play the commercial of the dog, and I think
Yes,
I got a
let's
couple
do
of
that.
other commercials
That's
as well.
good.
But
That's good.
let's check out this one. It's a short one, and then I think I've got another one too. But we're ready to get on out of here. But let's check out this one. I think this is from
Okay.
one of the dogs. So that was Skipper, and he was having a good old time and enjoying
It's a
himself.
girl. It's a girl chief dog officer, Skipper.
Skipper. I wasn't sure
Yep.
what whether it was a girl or a guy, but you saying it's a girl and everything like that. So she's over there just enjoying herself, enjoying her best life as she's running around the ship and having just a good
Well,
old time.
no, the ship's not out yet.
The ship's not out yet. Okay.
Now, Lindsay's coming out later in July. She's always been, she's growing up too. She's really cute. I've had her play with the other 2 chief dog officers too. So now she's growing up. It's great too. So her ship is coming out. She'll be on the ship. The 11th is coming out in July.
Okay. And here's another
Okay.
one of the commercials and everything like that. So let's check out this, and then we'll get ready to get out of here. But this is one, as you were talking, that I found from one of the lines from one of the commercial lines. So let's check this out. So that was the Serenity and everything like that. And this
Yes.
one, I have another line too, and then we'll get ready to get out of here. I think I also got one from Virgin, but let's check this one out as well.
Sea views for days. Runs I'm actually excited to go on. And breakfast mojitos because it's tradition on vacation, right? Oh, and when I tell you the Virgin Voyages food is absolutely unreal, and it's all included, it almost feels too good to be true. Cheers to that, right? This has been truly amazing, but next time, you really need to be here.
So that was the kid-free cruise with
Yes.
Virgin. And we'll go out with the one where the kids are complaining. So we'll have
Yes.
the one that we
I
play
love
off and
that.
with
I
the
love
kids
that.
are
So
complaining.
they do such great stuff too. It's amazing what they do. I got to see, like I said, Scarlet Lady
Yeah.
back in 2021 is great. I love it. It's just great. Yes.
Well, we'll go out with the one where the kids are complaining that they didn't get to
Yeah.
go on the cruise. So let's check this one out, and
Right.
we'll go out with that one.
Mama, Papa, was your suitcase packed but not mine? How could you leave us kids behind? Parents are going on a cruise without us kids, and we know whose fault this is. Virgin Voyages says we can't cruise till we're 18, which makes us shake like we had caffeine. Virgin Voyages says no kids on the ocean, so we're
cruise, we know you deserve it, but the fact we can't go is total bull.